Mm, Good morning, everybody. I'm, 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 I was not sure that if you were going live or if you had just played the video, Rob. But I'm glad
The video just
you got.
started playing, Sujit, so I figured I should hit the button in a moment of mild
Yeah.
panic.
All right. Hello, everybody. We're very glad to introduce John Funk. I'm sure all of you already know John. John is a very popular voice in the Atlassian community. If you're a user of the online community or the forums, as it is now called, you might have seen an answer from John Funk to one of your questions because he's one of the top three, of course, of all time answerers. So, yeah, very, very happy that John, you could be here for this episode of Robo Games.
Well, thank you for the invite. Very excited to be here. So
I,
this is awesome.
I,
This is big time on the Robo games. So wow.
I guess, John, how long have you been active in the community?
Coming up on 7 years as a community champion. So been active probably 8 or 9.
So, you are
Amazing.
the generation of org leaders, right?
Say it again, Saji.
Org leaders, or no, were you were always online
No,
leaders?
always online. Yeah. We tried to get one up. I was in Nashville before, and we were just starting to get one up, and then I moved to Dubai, and then was working over there, and we were trying to get some scheduled, and we did have a couple
Nice.
at times. And now I'm in Montana, and I don't know if there's another Jira user in the state, so it's very small up here, so population wise.
Oh my
The state
God.
is huge, but no, great folks up here. Love being up here. Met several people that do use Jira already, so maybe we'll get a user group up and running at some point. It's a very small town though that I'm in.
Nice.
Interesting though is I'm not too far from Calgary, and so I'm hoping to get up to Calgary for one of their user groups. So this
Yeah, they're
past
actually
weekend,
getting good traction these days.
yeah, that's what it looks like, and so hopefully this summer.
I think Swati is the community leader there, right?
Yes,
Not wrong. Yeah,
and can't think of her name right offhand.
yeah. I
Um,
think that's
Gone blank.
that is.
I'll
But
remember.
yeah, that's awesome.
Don't forget,
Rob,
up
how
there,
how long have you been in the community?
October of 22, I think I joined as a creator. Um, yeah, I got a random LinkedIn message saying, you should be an Atlassian creator. And I'm like, what's that? That's how it became what we now call a champion. But then circling it, I remember asking at a job like 10 years ago, hey, can I go to team? And they're like, no.
Mm.
So indirectly
Now you
involved for a while.
cover
But
teams on your streams.
I do.
Long
That
way.
inspired me. That one denial caused me to change my entire life.
It'll do it. It'll do it.
Nice. All right. Once again, welcome everybody. Thank you for joining. This is, of course, the fifth episode of Robo Games, and we are very excited that we have John here with us. I'm going to share my screen. In a usual fashion, you are invited to join us on Menti. You can scan this QR code and play along the quiz with us. We have lesser than usual questions this time for all of you, so we'll wind up early because what we wanted to take some time today and talk about Rovo at Team 26. So there's going to be a lot of buzz about what's going to be announced, what will be talked about, and what is happening. So we thought we'll take benefit of everybody who's here and you know talk a little bit about specifically Team 26 as well. All right. As of now, I see India and North America as people who are joining us. We've got 18 people live. Somehow Rob has added
That's
a QR code on
I
top.
was
I have no idea how you did that.
I was trying to be helpful. I didn't realize it would stick it right over my head. I'll just sit over here for the rest of this. This is the Menti code in case anyone needs it right there.
Oh, nice. Wow. How do you?
Oh, now I'm
wait.
big.
Nice.
Uh,
All right. But yeah, that's a regular question that people ask. How can they join? But yeah, you can go to menti.com or you can just scan that QR code. So Once you do that, you'll be in the presentation with us. As of now, I see 14 people online in the Menti and 16 on the stream. Thank you for joining us, all 15. As we go along, more people might join in, but let us move forward in the interest of time. Uh, Please let us know which role do you closely relate to, so that when we get to some conversations about Rovo, we can have a little more specific conversation about which type of user do we have with us today. Uh, yeah, engineering program management is the usual culprit that we see, Rob. We still are looking for people from marketing and sales, huh?
Although I do like we're getting more help desk and customer service.
That's right.
Although maybe we need to split engineering to say like, are you electrical, mechanical, biological?
Biological engineering.
You know.
Not really my role, but I actually sit on a marketing team, so I should have chose marketing.
You do? I didn't know that.
Yes, yeah, I do.
Wow.
Huh, I know. In like many companies, Salesforce ends up in sales. Is that a similar fallout for you, John?
Yeah, similar kind of thing. So our sales guys are all using Salesforce, and we're going through the process right now of connecting Jira up to Salesforce. So that's
Nice.
exciting.
We had to do that at my last place, but we went on Amazon. We got the wrong cable, so it just delayed us for a while.
We have to get an extra
Exciting is one word for it, John.
That's one word. Yes.
There are many other words that you would
enough.
want to use. Oh my God. Your engineering conversation has just triggered people, Rob. Like people are telling us they are from bioengineering. Liz is apparently from molecular engineering. Oh my God. How are you here, Liz? Oh my goodness. But yeah, that's what our breakup looks like. Quick update on Rovo Games, how it started. It's presented to you by Heen.Tech and Culture Commandos. What is Heen.Tech, Rob?
That is the originally website I made during COVID, so I didn't go insane. I had somewhere to write a blog, and now it's my company. So I'm self-employed at Heen.Tech. So that's what that is.
Nice. It's kind of like a similar story. I started a podcast called Culture Commandos with my good friend, Fun Man Andy, and then made Culture Commandos a company and closed down the podcast. So kind of like in the same zone. But yeah, these two organizations, can we call ourselves organizations, single people organizations?
Of course, I'm the CEO of Heen.Tech.
Yeah, nice. I'm the intern. I call myself the intern. I'm sure at future there would be much smarter people than me. So I've placed myself accurately as per my, talent. But yes, one more fun question before we get into the important serious one. Which is your best AI or robot from pop culture? I think we had this question last time as well. I didn't change it because I just love this question so much. And what I'm thinking is, what we could do is we could eliminate the least voted option each week, Rob, and then we'll have like one answer, right?
We definitely could.
As of now, T800, of course, is there. Tars is there. Jarvis.
No one's going for Wally.
What about you, John?
I put in I'll be back, but
T800.
Enjoyed Hal. Love the Hal question last time. So,
yeah.
I saw that like
I had too much fun of
a
that.
time ago. That movie. Haven't seen it in a while. I need to go check it again.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's very. What does it say there? Calm voice. I'm sorry, dude.
Nice.
I don't think I can do that.
Right, I can't do that. Yep.
Nice. All right. T800 looks like the clear winner as of now. Let's move on and let's get started. Let's actually get started with the question. But before we do that, Rob's favorite GIF. I didn't remove this. He added this last time. Wherever you're watching, whether it's Heen.Tech or QuizWiz channel, please like, comment, and subscribe to the channel for similar content. But let's get started. Let's get started with round one. Our favorite feature, fiction, or future. You'll see a statement. You have to tell us whether it's a feature in Rovo, it's fiction, or in future. And then, of course, we'll talk more about it. Rob, do you want to get us started?
I would absolutely love to, my friend. Question 1 of 10. We got 14 folks. Let's do this. Rovo agents can use other AI tools, MCP servers. Is this a feature, something that exists, a fiction, something that I made up because I was in a panic to add questions, or future, something we know is coming but is not here yet? Also, what does MCP stand for? I always define it as more cats purring. That's my definition.
Mike Cannon Brooks.
Brooks? Oh, okay.
Feature. Wow, people know this.
Yeah. We'll chat more about team, but this was an interesting announcement along with a couple others in the past few weeks that I would assume they would have waited another week and a half to announce. But Rovo can move through MCP servers, which is a thing I can say out loud, and that's about all I know about it. So
Seen it pushed a lot on the community as well. So there's definitely a big push going. So should hear lots about it at Team 26.
So as somebody who is just getting started on, going beyond the capabilities of just chat and search, how game changing, if I can even use that term, is this feature?
I think it's
John.
a game changer because it lets you get outside of the Atlassian ecosphere. So you can create or connect to just about any tool you want. So personally in our company, we use a lot of the Google platform with Google Docs and Google Sheets and things of that nature. So you'd be able to connect up to those. Salesforce, like we were just speaking about earlier. And so it's expanding your horizons, I guess, is the best way to put it. But I think that's a game changer. That's what all the AI tools out there let you connect up to many different places, and this puts Rovo right in the mix with that.
Nice.
It feels like that'll just be table stakes in like 6 months for everything. Like if you don't have an MCP, what are you doing?
Yeah,
right.
That's true. And that scares me because what's next? Like, these are the things that we could think about 5 years ago, that, oh, it will be awesome to do cross-platform, But what next? That's where my thought ended. Image generation is a thing of past. Video generation is a thing of past. Plans can be created at the click of a button.
Coffee creation. I'd like that.
Yeah, that will be nice. Like, you remember that video of that company which said that they can give you an AI butler, but somebody was like putting a camera and controlling a butler.
No. Wearing a suit, yeah.
Yeah, wearing a suit, yeah. But yeah. Okay. That's great. People know that MCP server is a thing now. Let's move on to the next question. John, do you want to read this one out?
Sure. Rovo can generate visual elements, charts, diagrams, etc. for Confluence pages. Is that a feature? Is it just fiction? Or will we see that in the future?
Are you a user of Rovo inside Confluence, John?
I actually am. Did that actually a couple of months ago. I jumped into that.
Nice.
So I used it to create a oh shoot, now I've gone blank. Wow, can't think.
You mean by whiteboard?
Whiteboard, thank you. I kept thinking white space, because I don't say whiteboard. But I used to create a whiteboard from scratch, and I just coded. I was trying to get boxes and arrows, and lay out what our connection would be between assets. Now that assets is its own thing, inside of Atlassian, and connecting assets to our internal system, connected to Jira, connected to JSM, and I just fed it all into Rovo and said, you know what, create me a whiteboard to do this, and boom, it popped in there. It did probably 85% of the work, and I just did cleanup. It saved me, probably an hour at least.
It's probably one of my favorite things to do. Even if I'm not planning to use a whiteboard, I would sometimes create a whiteboard, give it a bunch of data, and just create it. For the first 3 seconds, when it randomly creates a bunch of things, it's so fun to watch.
Watch it zoom around.
Yeah. Just scale out.
Really, so yeah, I encourage people, give it a try. Just try it, even if you don't have a particular use case in mind. Just Give it a whirl.
All right.
This is one that I was
Sorry,
like,
go ahead.
I was wondering why they didn't wait until Team to release this one. I was at an Atlassian office when they spoke about it, and I was like, that seems pretty big because they're integrating with products like Gamma and other things to handle the image generation. So anyway, I'll be curious if folks use this one.
I don't think they've marketed this one enough, though. They probably announced it and then are waiting for announce it at Team again, or like, oh, another big thing that we are doing now is this. But that will be fun. I saw a brief video that they posted with this. Looked really promising. What it can do in terms of charts and capabilities. So yeah, definitely interested to check this out. All right, let's move on to the next question. The next one says, Rovo chat is available in Trello. Is it feature, fiction, or future?
My
I'm sure
thoughts, what do you
the
think?
Trello users' numbers are coming down in the Atlassian ecosystem. Just sad. All right, 3 seconds. Let's see what everybody thinks. Feature, no. Fiction.
Oh, wow.
There's no line or anywhere or even hint that it becomes a future. So for people who are regular users or regular attendees of the show, we put two options, either if we are unsure. But I think in this one, both Rob and I agreed that it's not coming. The chat is not coming to Trello. It's not announced.
Is this the day Sajid killed Trello? Is this what we're looking at?
I don't know.
Oh, the sad taco.
It's
I love
a
the
very
taco.
sad taco.
Yes.
That's cruel.
Yeah. But like I was excited about one thing. So if you remember last team, MCB was doing a demo, and like in the last 5 seconds, there was one mention of Trello. And I was like, oh, once they said it once. And like, even if I was not a community champion, I was probably be a very strong Trello user. So I'm a big Trello user. I plan a lot of things in Trello, not just work related, on my personal life as well. So I feel bad that Rovo is not coming, or like at least Rovo chat won't come, because it would be so fun to just ask Rovo to create a list for, the next road trip that I'm planning, and then get that done.
See,
it might become. Sorry, go ahead, Rob.
Chat's available in other systems though, and it hooks into Trello.
Hooks, yeah.
And I haven't tried this, like going into Jira and asking it to look into Trello, but it was within Trello, you can't access it. So I don't know where that line is.
Yeah.
Also, I think we have our episode title, The Day Sajid Killed Trello.
I didn't. I don't want it to die. I like Trello. Like way back, I remember in the community, there used to be a champion connect, and the managers used to ask, what's your favorite tool? And everybody would say Jira. And I would say Trello because I love Trello. But like, I don't know what my answer is anyways these days. All right, let's move on this sad thought. Question number 4. Rob, go ahead.
All right. Rovo can create Confluence folders. This is a fact, this is a fiction, or this is a feature. Prasantha is asking, is this my original voice? I have a secret. I had my voice modified by some secret doctors in a foreign country about 10 years ago to make me sound like this. But yes, this is just my voice. Sajid, thanks.
Hal did it.
Oh man! Again, we tricked this one with this one as well, people. This one as well.
Yeah. We can't make folders. I asked Rovo when I made this question, make me a folder, and it said I can't do that yet. I was like, great. Now that said, this one there's 2 right answers because I really hope this is a future. I believe this is some limitations on folders aren't a content type, so I really hope soon we'll be able to insert folders via Rovo. Other annoying thing I found out is you can't have 2 folders with the same name in one space, and I hope that changes at some point.
Yeah, honestly, I don't mind that. It's just like having the same page in the space again. That confusion, it'll when you're trying to call it somewhere, that might be the issue. But this definitely I see as a future, because I'm pretty sure once folders were created, they would be used in that manner only, and Rovo would sooner than later have that ability.
I can't see it not happening, but what do I know?
What do you think, John?
Oh, I think it'll come.
It'll come, yeah.
It will be needed very badly at some point, I think. So I think it'll come.
Yeah. Okay. Maybe not, but let's see. All right. Taking a pause. Rob, do you want to talk about Team 26.FYI?
I do. I didn't find out Sajit would add this until about 5 minutes before he went live. I'm doing a lot of, I'll call them experimental things for Team. I am thinking through ways to help folks who can't make it to this conference experience a little bit. And I'm trying to think through ways for people who are there to get more out of it. This website, team26.fyi, is my landing page for Team. I'm still building it out. But as of right now, it's got things like a list of hot takes. Now, these will be provided by people there. I'll have little badge ribbons like this that people can scan with their phone. It will take you to a question to help break the ice talking to someone or help get some information. Now I'm alone on the screen. Thanks, Sajid. But you might see, folks, there's 5 different badge ribbons. I've got 5 different questions. That'll go under hot takes. I'm also putting together a scavenger hunt, and a shout out to Emily H. from my community and to some of the community champions for helping me build this. But there'll be little QR codes you can scan either at booths or on people's lanyards to go find 10 people or places. So just a way to interact and explore the conference hall. I'll also have regular updates, probably multiple times a day, posted here if you can't make it, or if you're there just to see what I'm thinking about Team. So that's some of the big stuff I'm doing in person. Not listed here. I also have a swag giveaway. I'll put more information about that in the chat. So if you're in the US, you can sign up to win one of 10 swag boxes I'm putting together. And this will just be randomly selected swag from different vendors from Atlassian that I'll mail out after the conference. So I'll find a way to get that link into chat. But I'm looking for ways to help people get more out of Team and have fun with it if they want. Even Ace Quizwiz is just shouting at us. The swag giveaway is the best. So I'll give Sajit that so he can drop it in here. But I hope this is interesting. I've got ideas for Team Europe. I had to stop myself from doing more because I want to make sure this stuff works. But check out team26.fyi. Still being built out, but it's another way to engage with Team and learn a little bit more about what we're all experiencing.
Awesome. All right. Let's...
And Sajit, out today. I've already downloaded it. So the app for Team 26 is out. So go to Team Events. You can just search it. Mine's iOS, so you just go out and search for Team Events, and you'll see it. You can download the app and get going.
Good Day Events LLC, right? Something like that isn't that the creator of the app on the marketplace?
You know, I didn't even notice that.
It is.
Yeah. I think that's a separate company Atlassian set up just to handle their apps. Funny thing is, the older one still exists.
Oh, really?
They had like a team event or something like that. Till at least a couple of months back it did.
Now I got to go look that up real quick because you brought it up.
Yeah.
All right, let's move on. Let's move to round 2, AI 101. This is a section where we talk more generic AI. And very honestly, some of these questions I don't know until I create them, and then I found it out, and then I go deep. It's like, it's so fun. For me, this is, the basics of AI, which helps me. Okay, John, why don't you start first one?
Yep. You fine-tune a large language model on a small domain-specific data set. After training, it performs worse on general tasks. Is it a gradient explosion, varnishing gradients, catastrophic forgetting, or a mode collapse?
These are all words in English.
Yeah, even Rob has not seen these questions.
Yeah, this is like another Trello foreshadowing, it feels like.
I feel like we need to pick one of these wrong answers, Sajit, and just start using it and see how long it takes it to get into the lexicon. Mode collapse sounds really cool.
Yeah, it does. But the correct answer is catastrophic forgetting. I think any any term when you Google it, it just sounds like you put two heavy words together, and it's like irresponsible prompting. I feel like that could be a term, and then there could be something about it. But catastrophic forgetting is that specific thing when you're, changing the data set, you're fine tuning the large language model, and it performs worst on general tasks because it forgets them and just focuses on the small domain specific data set. So, like for example, if you teach a model which is like a GPT level, all hands model, teach it focus on email spam filter, it will do bad on other activities. And that was not a thing that I knew, but apparently that's how it is. All right,
Another
let's
term
move.
for getting old, catastrophic forgetting. So
Yep.
I'm on my way.
Oh my goodness. It'll then I'm sure more terms are in progress like bad knees.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm going through.
Oh yeah, 100%. And like anybody who's a parent has a terrible back syndrome.
TBS, it's awful.
Okay, next question. Rob, do you want to take this one?
In transformer models, what problem does self-attention primarily solve? Is this for like Megatron and Optimus Prime and all them? We've got
Yes.
reducing model size, handling long-range dependencies and sequences, preventing overfitting, and speeding up gradient descent.
I should have had another option called Bumblebee or something.
Yeah. Dova is saying, I hate when my Rovo has bad knees. Oh, sorry, John. Didn't realize that would cover you up.
I wonder if Rovo is going to say this someday. I hate it when my user has bad knees. All right, 6 more
You
seconds.
think we can get medical advice out of Rovo?
Ooh.
I think we. Ooh, let me find out. Apparently, most of us got this right. I don't know how many people, be honest, were wildly guessing because apparently handling long-range dependencies and sequences.
That's correct. That's
Sajid, you're
correct.
gonna have to explain this one.
Oh no, so it's we spoke about self attention last time, and that's what it actually does. So it's not a bad thing because what it does is uh, if there are keywords that it's spread across in your document, it handles those dependencies in the sequences because AI generation is all about pattern matching and pattern creation and pattern recognition, right? And when that pattern is mismanaged, that gets a little tough. So when self attention is done by a model, it tries to handle those long range dependencies in a sequence that it's trying to understand that data. So very honestly, I'm putting these questions. I know these are a little advanced than what is the full form of GPT, is so that you go back and you actually Google this because some of this stuff is just crazy. When even I was reading, this probably can help you start researching more about how AI works and how it, you know, how you're able to understand it, how you're able to, talk to it, work with it, and hopefully AI won't be angry when they take over.
At least
I
we'll be
was
able to.
looking for the word narcissistic in one of the answers, and it just wasn't there. So I should have done that. Narcissistic bumblebee.
Yeah, narcissistic bumblebee with that yellow color. Huh?
Yeah.
All right, let's move on to the next one. The next question is a model performs extremely well on training data but poorly on unseen data. Why? What's the term? Underfitting, overfitting, regularization, or transfer learning?
Overfitting
Sounds
sounds
like
like
a
when
shirts.
they say overfitting, like you come out of the changing room and like it's so tight you can't move very well, or it's too
Would
bulky. I
that
don't
be
know.
overfitting or underfitting?
I was thinking underfitting for that, or
Yeah,
like when you
right?
get up from the Thanksgiving dinner table. So
Fair.
Every Indian holiday dinner ever.
oh yes,
I am
definitely so.
underfitting.
Every Indian meal I sit down at, I overeat.
Uh, all right, time's up. Oh, pretty close. Underfitting and overfitting
I
were the
was
more.
right.
Did you select overfitting? Oh, nice. That's good. That's awesome. All right. Yes, that is correct. Overfitting is the process by which a model performs extremely well on the training data, but poorly on the unseen data. I recommend go search overfitting, check it out what it is, and we'll actually add more questions on overfitting and underfitting in the coming episodes. All right, next move on to the next one. John, why don't you take this one?
What does lowering temperature typically do? I already had some answers in mind, but makes responses faster, makes responses more predictable, reduces token usage, or improves factual accuracy.
Wear more clothing.
In the conference
Gets
hall?
into the overfitting, so
Yeah.
they're all related.
Nice.
Like, it's funny because temperature, I'm figuring out my camera setup for team, and color temperature is important when you're shooting so people don't look too blue or too orange, but I don't think this is what that means.
No.
A lower temperature would be more yellow. More yellow? Ooh, no. Yeah, lower temperature.
Expecting lower temperature inside the conference hall too. So.
Yes. So very split audience, but the correct answer, it makes the response more predictable. We actually had a question about temperature, what it does, and whether it like it's the weird answers that you get which don't make sense. Like if you have a higher temperature. So in terms of AI, when you have a lower temperature, your answers are more predictable. Like in terms of the areas in which the AI would respond. So I'm assuming there are some bots which actually have this as a setting. I've definitely seen it in one. I can't
Huh.
remember which chatbot, no, not a chatbot, which AI bot was I using, because I had an option of lowering temperature.
Oh, and they called it temperature in the UI?
Yeah, they call it a temperature in the UI.
Huh. Interesting.
So this is like providing more details in your prompt, right? More details in your prompt should lower the temperature.
Right. But like technically lowering the temperature itself is a setting, John. That's what I realized after that. Like for example,
Is built in.
whether you want it to respond, answer cross question, or just create your image in the first go. In that
Mm-hmm.
that kind of an option.
Gotcha.
I'll try to find which app was it. All right, let's move on. Question number 9, Rob.
Let's see. Which technique helps reduce hallucinations in production AI systems? Is it fine-tuning the model on more data, retrieval augmented generation or AUG, dynamic context enrichment, DCE, trying multiple prompts, TMP, contextual retrieval optimization, CRO?
Did you just call retrieval augmented generation as AUG?
Wait, did I get those mixed up? We'll never know, Sujit.
Yeah. Anyways,
Bragging on you.
rag. So this
Yeah.
is a question where I actually randomly created some words. Some of these words are very random.
But they
One of
sound
them is
important.
yeah.
They do.
Oh, people know their AI
Oh.
stuff. Retrieval augmented generation is the correct answer. The others are just terms that I created. Dynamic context enrichment is nothing. There's no word wall. Contextual retrieval optimization.
I like CRO. That's my favorite.
All right, let's move on. I think we have one final question, which actually is not a rated question, but the bigger question where we will ask this question and just all answers will give you points. What would be the big announcement at Team 26? So, all these years, there have been big announcements. I give you 1 minute to give out any guesses about what a big announcement could be. Do you have a big announcement that you think would be made at Team, Rob?
I'm drawing a blank. The joke is that we'll be able to order a Domino's pizza with Rovo. So, I mean, we don't have a Domino's around here, but that would be really cool to see.
John, what do you think?
I don't know, because you've got all those sort of early announcements, which has been really interesting because we haven't gotten that in the past. And so if you're dropping all those that are pretty big announcements, it makes you wonder what's coming, because you would think something a little bigger is coming. So
Although my hope
Yeah.
is to officially announce the proper pronunciation is Jakewill. Just up on those big monitors to end the discussion.
You know, Rob, I've called it that for years. So to me,
Oh my god.
Yes.
that is the right pronunciation.
My logo is a Jakewill, a blue jay with a quill.
100%.
Show it again. Show it again, Rob.
There's some things I'm covering up specifically, but this was created by Kythra, an amazing artist and friend. That is Jakewill.
Nice.
You created your own bird species. So.
Data center's
Anyway,
not
so-
going away.
That would be a big announcement.
Imagine somebody
Server's
on
coming back.
Yeah, server's coming back. We just wanted you to move to cloud if you wanted to or if you could. But yeah.
Would love to see
Rovo
a data
expanding into
repository in the
unified
Middle East.
cross-product AI platform. Wow, that's. I think Rovo costs money now. Will be an announcement at least 3 years or 4 maybe. Not until then. I think it already is the unified AI layer across all Atlassian products, right? Or they call it the data. What's the term?
The teamwork graph.
Teamwork graph.
Teamwork graph.
Oh,
not
sorry,
data.
John, you got it.
Teamwork graph.
Go up a little. I like Rovo King. What is Rovo King? Who put that in? Does that mean like one person is crowned the king or queen or monarch of Rovo?
Yeah.
Or is there-
Acquisition. That would be interesting. What's coming with that?
Is somebody else acquiring
Anything
Atlas?
on Compass? Maybe I'm kind of hearing things. Compass may go away and get replaced by the new acquisition.
They could call it Sextant.
Not sure many people get that joke, buddy, but good
Well,
try.
That's awesome, though.
A
That's
Sextant is for finding your position at Compass.
Yeah, you
is for
don't have
having-
to define it. It's okay.
the slide rule.
You just made this stream like 18 plus, but
What?
but yeah, definitely. I'm sure it'll start with row and end with row, but there would be some things that, like, just the bare bones admin in me wants to hear a little bit more about what's gonna happen to Jira, because I feel like
Mhm.
when we talk so much about Rovo and Loom and DevX coming into the picture, we don't talk about Jira is getting as a feature or what's happening, in that. The UI changes are just so overrated for me. Yeah. Sorry,
There's
go ahead.
gonna be another terminology change that I don't know if has been announced yet that I'm aware of. So just putting that out there.
Nice. Nice. I'm sure they wouldn't announce it at Teams. They would want to keep it like in a blog post.
Yeah, right. Wait for the backlash. So yeah, I'd love to hear him. Love to hear him say, "Hey, we're fixing the top 10 tickets in the Jack."
Oh, imagine that.
That'd be a huge announcement.
That would be good.
Yeah. Something like that would just change the theme forever.
And
I
we'll do
don't
it
think that's
live.
happening either. We're going to do it live.
Get some engineer up on stage with his laptop. Just
That's the new Atlas camp.
Yeah, right. There you go.
Or ship it. Yeah, as it used to be. Okay, that's it. I think those were the questions that we had, Rover Team 26. But before we do that, let's look at the leaderboard. Let's see who is our winner. Frosty. Frosty is our winner today. Congratulations, Frosty. Liz, I see, is second.
So
I
close.
don't see Rob. Rob, are you there? Are you Snuggles, Rob?
I am not Snuggles. No.
No, okay. It's Liz, Snuggles, Rakesh, Dr. Centipede, Magical Rhino, and you are. Congratulations, Frosty. There are some issues with certifications going on, but please ping me on LinkedIn. I have one certification voucher for you. Whenever those certification, anomalies get fixed up between Certiverse and the old Cert metrics, but definitely one certification I have for you. Please ping me on LinkedIn. Who is Frosty, by the way? Are you
Seems
there?
like
on
we
YouTube?
should get Frosty and Snuggles together somehow. I don't know.
Nice. All right. With that, let me stop the screen sharing and we can go back into the normal mode and hand it over to Rob. Rob, what use case are we talking about today, or what sessions are we talking about today from Team 26?
They're
In
like,
the next 5 minutes or maybe 7 minutes, let's talk purely Robo. So we'll tell you one thing. So Rob and I had thought, John, that we'll discuss about Team 26 and just the Robo sessions at Team 26. And then I went on the site. I'll let Rob do it live. Rob, why don't you share your screen
all
and
right.
show John the sessions?
Oh, I know what's coming.
There's one or two for Rovo,
Yeah,
folks
one
may
or
have
two.
noticed.
Yeah, one or
All right.
200.
Yeah, so this is the official Atlassian team experience. It doesn't actually list how many total sessions, but we can see quite a
Yeah,
number.
it doesn't.
If I filter by Rovo, I have about as many.
Yeah.
So, good news, bad news, everything is Rovo now, in addition to Rovo being everywhere. It doesn't surprise me, to be honest. It's just a bit, again, to the humorous point of like, when I filter by Rovo, it just still gives me every session.
Everything. Yeah.
There's some in here, like I spoke about during our road to team, like stay ahead on cloud releases. So seeing more, I think of any tool, like what's the utility? What do I get out of it? And as an admin, like what cloud releases are going to impact my org? Like this would be amazing. And just have Rovo trigger every release and give me a list in priority order or something. So I'm really curious about this and what this tool looks like. But then for like raw beginners, like build your first agent, I think is amazing, because I struggle with agents. And thinking back to before I started training on it, I still struggle with them. But having someone walk you through, like these folks who work at Atlassian who do this all the time, speeding that up to me is the best use case. So both ends, like the super extreme admin, but also the super accessible, everyone can benefit.
Nice.
Yeah, so when they first announced all the sessions, and somebody in our Atlassian Slack commented that like 80% of the talks were on Rovo. So, yeah.
Although like they're not all necessarily on Rovo. The teamwork collection includes Rovo as part of it. So like some of this is a little bit on the edge of things. Sujit and I were also talking, where did it go? Cisco was in here somewhere. Here we go.
Yeah.
Like seeing how large companies use this stuff to me is going to be interesting, because I work for I'm the only person who works here. So I don't get to see how big orgs approach using these tools. There's another one in here. I just saw that popped out, but the practical use case to me is going to be the most like bang for my buck. Mercedes-Benz. How do these large multinationals leverage this tool? Because I can't think that way because I don't have that exposure. I'm curious, John, like for you, if you were approaching these, like what did your team talk about when they looked at this 80% of Rovo? What was the most interesting? What jumped out? What seemed good?
The interesting thing is my company and our discussions, they love Rovo. They think it's great. We're experimenting with various AI tools right now, but it's been nothing but positive. So they're wanting to delve in more with it. So I think that's what you're seeing with that trend. And to me, it's kind of like the community where you get in there to the forums and you start seeing the other questions that everybody asks, and you start thinking, oh, I didn't know Jira could do that. And so it expands your horizon. So I think that's what all these talks do, is like, okay, that spawns that kind of question. Well, how does a big multinational company handle that? What does that look like? And can I benefit from that some way? And just the questions or the ways that they're implementing that. So I think that's where the real help comes from, even just a listing of the things that are going to be talked about.
I like what you had in there, John. Like, oh, I didn't know it could do that. That's always my weakness. And when I'm training, I'm like, we need as much exposure to what options are available and then also how other people use it, because then we get inspired and we see new methods or things. That's why I like how like automations have templates. We get some Rovo agents pre-seeded. So at least we get a little bit of that. But with these sessions, I think we're going to see a lot more, just help broaden our perspective on there's different ways it could be used.
I was hoping to see something like how to successfully argue with Rovo.
Sujit, maybe we do that.
We
Yeah,
can
just
we can
argue with
probably do that on a live stream.
Um,
We've done some things which would be closely resembled to arguing, but
invite Daryl Lee on for that.
oh yeah, no, Rovo would leave the chat. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, Rovo,
But
why don't you fix more jack tickets? And then whatever they come back with, just argue with.
yeah.
it doesn't matter the answer; just fight with it.
No, it doesn't matter.
Any favorite session? Any session that you're looking forward to, John?
Um, I can't remember one just right offhand.
That's okay. Anything else? What is your pick for Team 26? What are you looking for? Looking to do?
Yeah, so mine is gotten to be at this point after attending several that it's all about networking for me. Most, if not all, of these sessions are going to be recorded, and so I can come back and watch those later. So I spend a lot of time in the exhibit hall just going around and talking with people. So I got a long list of things that, problems I want to solve or work on, so I can go to the Atlassian booths for the different products
Yeah.
and just sit there. So I'm thinking about bringing a blow up mattress and just just putting it on over there. It's about assets. I want to learn more about assets and how all that's connected together and so yeah, just sort of camp out there, and when something pops in my mind, I can just say, hey, and just ask them the question or show me on my laptop. Here it is. This is what I'm trying to
Here
do.
it is.
I want to learn more about playbooks. How do I love automations. So that's probably 80% of the stuff I do all day long is creating new automations and making things work together. So how can I combine automations with Rovo, with agents and kind of one fell swoop, just do all these where Rovo does something, it kicks off an automation, comes back, grabs some more information from Rovo, kicks off another automation, and boom, I just sit back and watch
Nice.
and look like the hero, but and let Rovo and automation do all that. But that's what I'm excited. So, hanging out in the community booth and getting to see old friends and just sharing what the year's been like. So it's a lot about collaboration. It's a lot about going around visiting vendors and seeing what they got, and because some of them will have some new announcements as well. And really interested in this ability to create Forge apps with no code. So I'm not a developer. I'm not a real technical person, but I so want to create my first Forge app.
Nice.
Hoping to do that this week as a trial before I get there, so I can talk more about that. But yeah, that's what I'm looking forward to.
Love to see what you build, John.
Well, it's probably going to be that first little demo that they have out there. It was something that doing a progress graph with Confluence, change the colors around, things of that nature. But I've got a lot of things in my mind that I want to create. So it's like you want to add things to dashboards. There's a lot of custom reporting, things of that nature that just doesn't come out of the box with Jira. So probably that as much as anything.
Yeah, Liz has a fair warning for you, John. Forge automations, but be careful of storage compute costs adding up.
Oh yeah, the cost always add up. So. But you pay for a third-party vendor, and you get extra costs there. Or you create your own and do that.
That's nice. Awesome. Anything else, Rob? I think that's the episode. Congratulations, Frosty, once again. I still don't know who you are, buddy. Whoever you are, please ping me or Rob. We'll try to get you a verification code soon enough. Thank you for joining us today, John. It was awesome talking to you about AI, Rovo, and everything about Team 26. I'm very excited to meet you. It's been so long. I think this is the annual trip where you get to meet the people that you talk to all year long. So really looking forward to seeing you in a couple of days. Wow.
Yeah,
couple of
days.
Like
a family reunion. That's I was talking earlier, it's my highlight of the year. And, work-wise, be able to get together and see old friends and share and things, conversations we've had in Slack all year long. And now we get to sit and talk in person and have fun with that. So it's a great adventure.
All right, Rob.
Thank you again for the invite. Enjoyed it.
Yeah,
It's been
glad
fun.
you're here, John.
Thanks, John. Rob, anything else? Closing comments?
I'm just looking forward to seeing what happens at team and at John's point, seeing folks. If you can't make it, reach out to me. I'll do my best to share as much of the experience as I can with you all.
Team26.fyi. Go
It's
get
right
your
up there.
swag box. Go get your
Right
swag box. Definitely get your swag box. I'll make sure Rob picks some really nice swags and not just keep it for himself, but ship it to all you guys.
Yo, keep
So,
me honest. Come on, man.
of course, I will. All right. Thank you, everybody. I think we have one more stream this week at Rasking. And after that, we'll be a team. So, yeah, look out for that. We'll talk more on Thursday. Thanks, everybody, and have a really good rest of the week.
See you all soon.
Thanks. Bye.